Hello, dear friends. This is the monthly March 2020 horoscope for Gemini people, or with other words, those who have their sun or rising sign in Gemini. Big month ahead because there are some important drastic shifts, starting with Saturn, which will turn into another house. For you, this would be ninth house. Saturn ingresses Aquarius and will trigger your ninth house. And that, my friends, is something very important because Saturn changes signs once in 2 years and a half. So major shifts when it comes to the rules, the principles we are following. And frankly, in your case, I would expect this to be a very positive shift because up until now, Saturn was in your eighth house. And this is not an easy position. Saturn can be quite difficult in eighth house emotionally, when it comes to finances, when it comes to credits or investment, and even health-wise. Saturn, while it was in eighth house, my guess is that it was not an easy period. But now Saturn moves to your ninth house. Saturn moves to an air sign, which means that it will support your sign, Gemini. And I expect this to be a much brighter period. So a different type of principles and rules that you have to follow, especially when it comes to your goals and long-term vision. Maybe you need to prioritize things differently. Maybe you need to become more realistic, more practical when it comes to your goals and your vision for the future. But overall, I expect this to be a relief. I expect this to be a more productive period, a period that can help you to really organize yourself, to structure your priorities, and to work harder on your goals, but only after careful consideration of the ups and downs and what's realistic, what you are ready to work extra hard for, and also to wait as long as it takes to achieve your goals. The other important news, Mercury, your ruler, is turning direct. So at the beginning of the month, Mercury is still retrograde. So extra attention when it comes to documents, plans, schedule, purchases, new projects. These are things that we have to be very careful with. But those things will change after the 9th. Mercury will turn direct, which overall means that the second half of the month can be much more productive. We'll have the green light for new projects, and overall things go back to normal. And the other important changes are the three conjunctions that Mars will have. First of all, there will be a conjunction with Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn, which is your eighth house. And overall, it means more focus on financial stuff on investments. You might feel really empowered to do something, to take certain risks, but be careful. With Mars and Pluto in eighth house, you may take too much risks, or you may do something that's even kind of dangerous. So careful consideration and evaluation of what you really want to do. Overall, Mars and Pluto in eighth house can be a stressful combination. This may bring some risks, even when it comes to money or even when it comes to your health. So be careful. For example, I wouldn't recommend you some extreme sports or even sports that bring some risks like skiing or other type of things. Be careful when you drive a car, and overall, all of the risks that you take intentionally. At the same time, also Mars will have a conjunction with Saturn, but this would trigger your ninth house. So hard work when it comes to your goals. And also there could be some resistance. There could be some kind of limitations that you have to respect. It may not happen as soon as you want to, but also you may put the foundation for people who are ready to work hard, who are ready to be consistent, which, if we have to be honest, is not the favorite thing for Gemini. Gemini like variety, they like things to be exciting, to, be engaged with different activities. So this can be kind of a testing period. But if you are ready and prepared to work hard, of course, you can achieve great results. And that's just the major picture for the month. As you see, the main houses that are triggered are 8th and 9th house. So this includes risk-taking, financial stuff, investment, also your energy and your health, and your goals and visions for the future. These are the main areas that you will be focused on during the month. And also I have included this list of the most positive and also the most challenging days during the month. You might want to write it down or make a screenshot so that you can plan your month according to those events. And also I want to share with you something very exciting, something brand new that I have created, which is a new membership platform available on your phone as an app. This is called MarStrars DreamTeam. And if you join us, you will get access to daily horoscopes. Those presentations will be available for a reference also. And there are other options like webinars or personal sessions. And everyone also will be part of a private Facebook group. So if you want us to make a change together, check the link below and join us now. And with that being said, let's move quickly now through the days. So to pinpoint just which are the days that you need to remember and also what they can bring you. We begin the journey with the 3rd of March, Venus in 11th, having a challenging aspect with Saturn in 8th house. Be very careful with finances. There might be some expenses, there might be some money that you need to give to someone else, especially if it includes friends. Be careful with those things. It's not like a life-changing aspect, but around this date, there might be some financial stress or also some emotional stress and potential disappointment from other people or friends. After that, on the 4th, we have an interesting changes. Mercury retrograde will go back to your 9th house. So for a couple of days, you need to be very careful with your plans for trips, for traveling, for the future, for education as well. The other change is that Venus will move to your 12th house also. And this can make you emotionally more sensitive. You may want to spend more time on your own, connect deeper to your feelings, which is okay, of course. And also, Mercury will have a sextile with Venus on this day. And that's interesting because this can allow you to reconsider some of your plans when it comes to relationships, to see things from a different perspective, maybe to meet some people from the past as well. After that, on the 8th, very interesting conjunction between the Sun and Neptune in your 10th house. From one side, this may bring lots of creativity, lots of inspiration for your business, for your career, to do something to help other people through your work, to be more empathic with others. But with Neptune, we also have to prepare for some mistakes, for some confusion, for, you know, some daydreaming, which may not be that realistic, so be careful. And also Venus joins Uranus in your 12th house. Some emotional surprises, something that can be very exciting internally, and also ability to change something when it comes to your feelings, maybe to reconsider something, to decide to leave something behind you and make a shift which starts from within. Later on the 9th of March, we have one of the important events. Mercury turns direct in your 9th house. Overall, we have to be very careful on this day because Mercury will be stationary. It means possible changes, something that may not go according to our plans, with schedule, with communication, with technical stuff. But the good news is that after that, things are about to go back to normal, with Mercury being direct. And also there is a full moon on the 9th, triggering the important axis of your 4th and 10th house. Important for your work, but also for your personal life. The major themes are finding the balance between work and family, between your personal life and your career life, and overall letting go of things that you don't need anymore. On the 11th of March, we have one of the most positive aspects during the month. The Sun in 10th house with Jupiter in your 8th house. Great opportunities for career growth, for some expansion, for some new projects and inspiration, but also for financial success, for some investments or finding resources that you can invest in your business and in your work. After that, on the 14th, two important aspects that trigger the same houses. Mars in 8th house with Neptune in 10th house. Inspiration, intuition that comes from within, and something nice that you can do at your work or through the power you have. You may support other people, you may focus on charity, or also you might be much more creative in your business. And the Sun also in 10th house has a positive aspect with Pluto in 8th house. Finding the resources, feeling empowered, feeling confident, maybe receiving some support to really materialize your business project and your career goals. So overall, this is one of the most productive days during the month for you. After that, on the 16th of March, Mercury moves to your 10th house. It's important because this is the place where Mercury was retrograde earlier. So reconsidering something or changing, fixing something that didn't work well during Mercury retrograde, especially when it comes to career and business. On the 19th, the Sun in 10th house has a positive aspect with Saturn in your 8th house. Also great combination for career, business, planning, also finding the right resources, being very disciplined and organized, very structured and motivated, and having the opportunity to turn your plans into something material and practical. Later during the same day, the Sun will ingress your 11th house, which means some new goals, which means focus on the future, more focus on community work or your friends and other groups of people. And that's true for the following month, not just for this particular day. On the 20th, Mars and Jupiter are joining together in your 8th house. So extra motivation and desire to do something, to take action when it comes to finances, but keep in mind that such a combination may bring some exaggeration. So you may not think very realistically, even though the good news is that it's in Capricorn. So this sign overall, allows us to be as practical as we can be. But Mars and Jupiter can expand things like enormously. So my advice would still be to be more careful with your decisions, with the risks you take, with the investments you make. Just don't push things, don't rush them too much. And on the 21st of March, of course, the biggest news of the month, the ingression of Saturn in your 9th house. The new principles, the new rules, the new type of goals that you can set, and the new priorities that you can create. On the 22nd of March, two combinations. Venus in 12th house with Neptune in your 10th house can make you more intuitive, more compassionate when it comes to your work. You may help other people with the things that you do, and overall this may bring a great emotional fulfillment for you. Also, this is a great combination for artists, for people who need more creativity and inspiration in their work. And Mercury in 10th house will have a positive aspect with Uranus in 12th house, which can bring you ideas, excitement, original approach, more creativity, new contacts with other people. And all of that can really help you when it comes to your work and business. 23rd of March, one of those important but possibly critical days of the month. Mars in conjunction with Pluto in your 8th house. You may take some risks, you may feel very empowered and brave, but this might be too much. There might be some overreactions, exaggerations, some possible drama. So my advice would be to be very careful on this day. No risk activities, no sports that can harm you, and no financial risks on this day. This may really be empowering, and many people might be extra productive, extremely motivated and focused, but it's difficult to, to predict which one would be. So you have to analyze this more personally to kind of see what this can bring you. And very often it's both. It's some challenges and exaggeration and even possible confrontations, and at the same time some empowerment and extra motivation. 21st of March comes with the new moon, which will trigger your 11th house, and that's a new period, a new phase when it comes to your goals, when it comes to some community work or group activities, finding new friends or finding new people who share the same ideas as you. So overall, that's a new lunar cycle, which means new projects and new things that we can create. The 28th of March also brings a very positive combination between Venus in 12th house and Jupiter and Pluto in 8th house. New goals, new ideas when it comes to finances, and some support that you can receive. This may also be emotionally very intense. You can transform something, you may feel a deeper connection to your partner, and as I said, especially for financial stuff or investments, this aspect can be very positive. After that, on the 30th of March, Mars will ingress your 9th house, and this is bringing more focus to your goals, to your long-term plans, can make you extra motivated to follow through, to start new things, to learn more, to explore new ideas. And this is very important because on the following day, Mars will have conjunction with Saturn in 9th house. And from one side, this can help you to be extra productive or at least extra hardworking, but this may also bring some potential challenges. So be careful, be patient, but if you really deserve, Mars and Saturn will reward you. So the main focus is your goals, your future vision, and also your knowledge and your belief system. And that, my friends, was our forecast for March. Don't forget, if you want to join MarStrars Dream Team and make a real change in your life, we can do it together. You will have access on your mobile phone to the daily horoscopes, to a private Facebook group. Also, these presentations will be available, and there are other options which you can choose if you want to, like monthly webinars and one-on-one sessions. So check the link below, and I really hope that you will be part of our MarStrars Dream Team. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you soon.